you look at a BMS, right, a BMS has majorly three functionalities. First is sensing, second is algorithm, third is protection.
Got it.
Now, if you just go on Google and search for random BMSs, they will have the first and the last part, which is the sensing and the protection part, some of the protections, but most of them don't have the algorithm part or the brain part, right? So they're not the smart BMS.
Right.
Now, the first change that AIS mandates is having a microcontroller or a microprocessor based system. That means having a brain on the BMS.
Right.
And this brain's job is to first of all connect the three systems of a BMS, which is sensing, algorithm and protection. And other important part is to also communicate this, because it has a brain, it can sense, now it can actually communicate outside battery to a charger, to a drive system. And this becomes super important, because if there is something going wrong or going off, it will protect, but it will also tell you what is wrong, so that you can actually take the extra step of RCAing it properly, right? Second most important is regarding EMC. EMC is electromagnetic compatibility. Now, any electronic that you sell in market should not emit above a certain range of limit, radiation, and should not be influenced by the radiation around the world, right?
Got it.
Now, we were already doing EMI-EMC tests on a battery pack level, on a vehicle level. Now we have to also do it on a PCBA of a BMS also. So this is more stringent, just making it more robust and tight on a BMS level. There definitely is like, do you need to do it if you're already done on the battery pack level? But I think they've not made a clear distinction between a swap where BMSs sometimes can be outside the battery or not. So that's a dilemma, but you have to actually do it.
Got it.
Yeah. Think of EMI-MC as this, as you know, have you seen the movie Ocean's 13?
Yeah.
You know, they have the gigantic pulse. The guy is like, I know all of LA, was it LA?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas? Okay, sorry, yeah. Las Vegas is sort of
Like,
goes blank.
Yeah.
Sort of like that, right? You have micro versions of that happening all the time.
Got it.
Every device, how much ever we regulate, does emit stuff. And there are going to be faulty devices. You could park your vehicle under a transformer, right? So for all these reasons, you want to ensure that the BMS has no blips. The BMS doesn't get reset. The BMS doesn't get switched off accidentally, or doesn't get permanently damaged. Right? So for all these reasons, you need to ensure the BMS, yes, it's not emitting and creating noise for others,
but it also doesn't get influenced.
Exactly. So susceptibility is the most important thing to manage with BMS. And I think while yes, we can solve for susceptibility by building a battery and ensuring the battery is not susceptible, the question is, okay, you have wires inside the battery, right? They can emit radiation.
Got it.
Right? So is the battery wires inside the battery itself creating issues for the BMS?
Got it.
It's a low probability, but yes, doing this 100% eliminates doubt that the BMS will continue to function.
So all the edge cases are taken care of.
So I think it's great.
So those are the first two changes that are happening largely on the BMS. So what else is changing?
So there are two more important points.
Okay.
Third point is now AIS mandates having 4 thermal sensors on the battery.
Okay.
And because the battery is smart now, it can actually communicate. So it mandates having 4 thermal sensors inside battery to make sure that you know what is happening inside battery, and you can sense through thermistors or any other thermal devices. That is the third one, important part. We actually use 16.
Yes.
We actually use 16. So yes, that's definitely.
Again, this is one of those things that I think most good battery packs use. But it's just now become hygiene, and it's very important.
Got it.
Good.
And fourth, we're already doing a bunch of testing on the battery pack level regarding the BMS, which was over voltage protection or under voltage, overcharging, other protections. Now there's the addition of overcurrent protection also, which is a basic hygiene again, but it's mandated now to do it. We already do it. A lot of good batteries do it, but everyone has to do it. So overcurrent protection is a new addition to this. So these are like, in summary, like important changes that have happened on BMS.